Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Season 18 Crypto Valhalla here on Rollercoin is ongoing for approximately 19 days now. Quite a lot of people got the season pass already. Some other people still have questions about it and you don't really know what you should do in this season. I'm going to break down everything you need to know to maximize your mining power throughout season 18, as well as 4 strategies that you can easily follow to actually get things done throughout this season and to grow as fast as possible. And we're starting with the questions that you guys had, as well as the basics about this season. There was, for example, here the question how long it would take to get to 50 levels this time. When do you expect to upload your video with the event strategies? I cannot wait for it. This is basically the video you are watching right now. We have another question if it is worth it to purchase for 500 roller token all of the rewards from the pass. And then someone else asking which of the miners we should actually merge and which ones we should avoid. All of these questions are very good. I appreciate all of the comments, guys. We're gonna get started with the basic stuff. The season is ongoing now for 19 days and I already reached here level 18 and a half, so it's basically still possible to reach level 50 well before the timer on the top ends. On average it takes me a little bit more than 1 day to get 1 level done, so approximate 55 to 60 days depending if I keep doing all of the daily stuff every single day. I do all of the daily stuff that is fairly easy to do, for example playing these games, doing some sense on the task wall or doing merges and crafts inside of the game. I skip most of the time these quests that are a little bit harder to do or that I just don't want to do because I just want to keep my cryptocurrency, as well as sometimes this Taurox quest because there's just not always some easy tasks on Taurox that you could do. And I of course do all of the weekly quests because by default if you do all of the daily quests you always get the weekly quests done anyway, so this is pretty much free experience by just doing the daily things. And that leads us to the next question, if it is actually worth it to click the get all rewards button at the beginning and spend your around 500 roller token into this to get all the rewards without getting any of the tasks done basically. And I honestly don't think it's worth it to spend $500 worth of roller token into this because of the nature of the quest that we have now. We get a lot of more experience from all of these quests that you see on this side, so it's very easy to still manage in time to get all of the rewards without wasting your roller token into this basically. The only time I'm gonna recommend buying this another time is when you already have all of the rewards done one time. So basically you reach level 50, you want to have those miners 16 times and merge them to tier 5. Then of course you need all of the rewards double basically, and then you can buy it for another 500 roller token. Now that we covered the basic information about season 18, let's jump right into the crazy breakdown that I made for you guys. First, some information about the sheet that I was creating. On the left side we always see the name of the actual miner that I'm talking about. In the middle we see the base mining power of each of those miners, and on the right side the actual bonus power. And here on the bottom we always will have the base power of all of those miners without the bonus power already included. So this is just raw mining power you can place inside of your room. And here on the right side we see the bonus power, which is always only one of each of the miners, because if you have the same copy placed down it only counts one time, as well as an overview here which of the miners cannot be sold and which of them can actually be sold. And I broke it down so that we know exactly what we would need to spend. And in season 18 it's pretty crazy because we have a resellable miner value of almost 200 roller token at current market prices, and we are getting way more season token from the actual season pass. So we get 40 roller token by basically just getting the pass completed. And if you would have purchased the season pass on day 1 you had 76 times the bonus quest, and this one amounts to another 38 roller token approximate. So just by completing the pass and doing this one quest every single day we already got 78 roller token back basically. And at that point the entire season pass would have costed you another 22 roller token that you would have needed to pay for it basically, and this is excluding the resellable miners. Technically you could now go ahead and sell 2 times the mighty Mjolnir and you already will break even and have a little bit of roller token spare, so this is pretty crazy. And at the point when you got all of these miners from the past, that means of course you did a lot of daily and weekly quests and you made a lot of season tokens, and that's approximate 25k season tokens per season. And this is of course without expeditions talking, without the golden quest and the pass rewards. This is just daily quests and weekly quests, and this 25k approximate season tokens is another 218 roller token if you would get only the lowest amount of parts from those part cases that you can purchase. And all of this information is really important for the following strategies. In strategy number 1 we are just completing the season pass and we are placing everything down into the room without merging anything, and we are reselling all of our season tokens that we receive from doing all of the daily stuff and also the pass rewards. And at that point we will have 8 8 times each of the 8 miners inside of our room, which will then occupy a lot of space obviously, and we will end up having a base mining power with 112p and 13% bonus power, and crazy enough we are getting 200 roller token extra back. So basically we are spending 100 roller token into the pass, but we get 200 roller token profit. So this is completely ridiculous if you decided at the beginning to actually purchase the pass. Now you have a lot of mining power inside of your room, plus you have 200 roller token extra that you can spend just because you were investing your time and you actually did all of the daily stuff and received all of those season tokens. So this is already pretty crazy, guys. And that leads us to strategy number 2. This one is even crazier. Here what we are doing is basically we are merging one time level 2 and we keep the rest on level 1. That means that we are now having each of these miners that you see here with level 2 and 6 times on level 1 in our room. So this takes a little bit less space and we have a lot more mining power. In base mining power we have now 121p, and in bonus power talking 42.5 compared to only 13%. But this of course comes at a cost. The amount of money we can receive from the season tokens is basically the same, so I included all of that stuff here on the side again. Now the only thing that we need to do is merge all of the stuff to level 2, and that costs of course a little bit of roller token, and the total to craft all of those miners one time on level 2 is only 50 roller token approximate, and keeping in mind that we got like 200 roller token just by doing all of the daily stuff, and that is by the way without counting any of the quests that gives you roller token in the first place, and only those ones that actually give you season tokens. So basically you are now having 121 base power, 42% bonus power, and you get 150 roller token back still. So this is completely ridiculous, guys. I think the season 18 pass is complete nuts in terms of value that you actually receive if you stick to the basics and just do daily quests. That leads us to strategy number 3, because it's kinda getting more ridiculous with strategy number 3. I know strategy number 2 already sounds really good, but what happens if we are actually getting all of the miners to level 3, all of the miners one time on level 2, and we keep 2 times level 1 and we place those ones into the room? This is absolute crazy, because now you will end up having 161p in base power and almost 100% bonus power. And keeping in mind all of the money that we get back by basically just having those parts and season tokens already, we will now need to only invest 87 roller token into this, and the rest of the cost is covered by our money back that we have, and this also already includes the 100 roller token for the season pass. So this is complete ridiculous, guys, getting this amount of base power and bonus percentages for such a small amount of roller token. Is it a good idea to actually merge everything to level 4? And that leads us to strategy 4. This is definitely not a good idea. I broke it down, and if you would merge everything to level 4, you basically now have 8 miners in your room and the base mining power of 254p, and the bonus power, funny enough, goes down to 90% instead of 95. All of these miners now get very expensive to actually merge them to tier 4, and as you can see here on the right side, the total cost to get all of the miners to level 4, already including all of the merging fees and our money back that we get, is 600 roller token now compared to what we had before of 87. So this is completely ridiculously expensive. And seeing all of this data, let's see what you should actually do and what you should avoid. Let's go into the strategy conclusion, pros and cons. In strategy number 1, where we place everything, we will have a total base mining power of 112p. The bonus percentage is relatively low, so we will end up having 127p in mining power staying in our room now. But that also means, because we are not actually merging anything, we now have 64 slots occupied, and we already need a second room for this. The total cost without the roller season token counting is actually 100 roller token, because we are just doing quests. We are purchasing the pass for 100 roller token, so this is the basic cost. But if we now include the actual season tokens that we get, we will already have plus 200 roller token at the end of the season when we did all of the rewards from the pass. And of course we will have a lot more roller token, because we are doing the daily task wall quests anyways and get the weekly quest done. So you will end up having a lot of roller token left at the end of the season, and you are already at way more than 100p, so this is very good. The next strategy was where we got actually all of the stuff to level 2, and then keeping 6 times level 1. This still takes a lot of space here in our room. We need 56 slots and still 2 rooms. Here we still get around around 150 Rollertoken back, and we will end up having 172 PH in mining power standing in our room now, compared to strategy number 3 where we will have 315 P in mining power already. This is completely crazy, and this costs us only 87 Rollertoken compared to getting money back. But of course, like I said, you do all of the daily stuff anyways. You get a lot of those, do 3 cents quests or 2 cents quests. You get a lot of Rollertoken throughout the week, so this will be a positive number. You will still get a lot of money back if you follow all of the daily quests. So you now have 300 P in mining power and you still have Rollertoken left. This is completely crazy, guys. And at this point in strategy number 3, because we are starting to merge a lot of stuff, we will have a lot of slots that we save. So we place only 32 miners, so this is completely crazy. I forgot to mention that some of the miners are 1 cell miners, so it may be the case that you need only 1 room here. Sorry for that mistake, guys. I didn't keep into account that some of the miners are just 1 cell, so of course 2 of those miners would only occupy 1 slot in your rack. So keeping that in mind, this may change, and this is actually green. Let's do it like this, and let's now compare this strategy number 1, 2 and 3, which are really good on paper here, with strategy number 4, where we do the most work and we are basically merging everything to level 4, the highest that we can, with getting all of the rewards from the season pass one time. Here you place only 8 miners, you will end up having almost 500 P in mining power, but obviously this is the absolute most expensive strategy out of all of them. Here meanwhile in strategy number 3 we only spent like 87 Rollertoken for 300 P. Here you already need to spend almost 600 Rollertoken into getting 500 P. So the average cost per P of mining power is way beyond of what we are spending here in the other strategies. This is really advanced, I would say, and this is only good if you are actually having problems inside of your rooms already with the space. And at this point, which of them is the strategies that you should follow? I think that a lot of new players can just basically place down everything as it is and just resell all of the other stuff and just keep a lot of Rollertoken for very good sales. And then in the future, maybe you can just reinvest those Rollertoken that you are making into the new season pass, and you keep exchanging one by one those miners that you get from the current season with the new season pass miners. So this would be one of the approaches you can do. Or if you are a little bit more advanced and you want a little bit more of mining power and bonus power, then follow strategy number 2. You get still a lot of Rollertoken back. You can still afford the new season pass when season 19 comes around, and then you need to just exchange slowly those miners that you're getting from here. Basically the same like strategy number 1. Strategy number 3 is insanely good for everyone, I would say, because you keep in mind that you are getting a lot of Rollertoken daily by doing those quests and also from the weekly quests. This one is basically giving you still money back, but you have 300 P in mining power now and you occupy really tiny space inside of your mining room. So by the end of this season, if you're following season strategy number 3, you probably still have a lot of money left to purchase the season 19 pass, and you don't need to exchange that many miners, and you already built a solid foundation for season 19 to then basically keep growing even faster depending on how good the season pass in season 19 will be. And the only thing that I don't think anyone should follow at the moment, if you're not very advanced into the game already, is strategy number 4, because even though you have the most mining power out of all of them, you will end up spending probably like 400 Rollertoken on top of it, and you basically cannot afford the next season pass if you're not careful and if you don't have a lot of Rollertoken lying around. And probably if you are still a fairly new player, you don't yet need to actually manage your space too much, and you will have a lot of space inside of your room. So it's better to keep that in mind and just place a lot more miners at the beginning, and then just if needed, like I said here, purchase the second room, and if not, then that's of course better. But the first room that you need to purchase is only like 20 Rollertoken. It's fairly cheap, but every other room after that I think is already really expensive for the most people that are still new players. So this is what I think people should do throughout season 18. This is completely insane to see the data like this. I was surprised by how much value the season pass actually gives. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this video helped you figuring out what you should do in season 18 and what things to avoid. If you have any more questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I see you in the next one. Bye!